What's going on there, you first-class traveler, you? Not you back in economy. I'm talking to you up there in that luxury first-class seat. Welcome back. In this video, I want to reveal to you the top 3 mistakes that most entrepreneurs are making when it comes to the credit game. If you're new to the channel, then I want to welcome you and introduce myself. My name is Eli Vicenda, aka Eli the Travel Guy, the founder of Freedom Travel Systems, where we help entrepreneurs just like yourself travel the world in luxury while scaling your business without having to pay for it. So let's dive right into the top 3 credit mistakes that most entrepreneurs are making. So mistake number 1 is not understanding how the credit system really works. And it's important to zoom out and look at how this credit system works, how banks work, how lending works, how financial institutions work, to understand where you as both a consumer and a business owner fit into this. So starting from the beginning here, when you look at how banks stay in business, they stay in business and make money through a couple different things, but primarily it's through lending. And that can be through different credit cards, lines of credit, loans, mortgages, and all sorts of different other financial instruments they have. And as a bank, they want to avoid risk. They want to make sure they get their money back if they're lending it out. So what do? They rely on something called a credit score to evaluate who's worthy of receiving their money and who's not, who's likely to pay them back and who's not. So you can already start to see how important a credit score is, because it's what determines if you're going to be able to be approved for different types of loans, lending, credit cards, or whatever it may be. Now, when you start to think about what the bank is looking for, obviously they want the most reliable borrower they can find. So once they evaluate that you have a great credit score and you're someone that they want to target, they're going to start to go seek you out, because again, that's how they stay in business. So what does that mean? Well, that means they're offering all sorts of amazing opportunities to entice you to want to come work with them. Things like introductory APR periods, things like introductory bonuses for opening accounts, or things like crazy amounts of travel rewards or credit card points for spending on those cards. So when you look at the entire ecosystem, you can see that it makes sense why some of these opportunities exist. These opportunities to leverage credit to travel and to really scale your business, because that's what banks know you want, so they entice you to come work with them and build this long-term relationship. So unfortunately, most entrepreneurs just don't know this. They don't understand how credit works, so it seems like a big confusing system that doesn't make sense, and they don't know why they're getting denied or why their credit score is what it is. So it's important to first understand how credit works and really understand the different mechanics of a credit score, which we'll get into in another video. So mistake number 2 is not having a credit strategy. And when I mean a credit strategy, what I mean is having a game plan to understand how you're going to get to your end desired goal, whatever that may be. Maybe it's traveling, maybe it's really growing your business, maybe it's doing both at the same time. But the strategy is really your roadmap through the process of building relationships with banks, getting applications approved, using the card the strategic way that you know how to use, and then creating the outcome that you want. So where most entrepreneurs go wrong here is they really don't have a strategy. And so what they do is they have, a bank account with a local bank or a credit union or whoever they've been banking with, and they just get the credit card there that the banker tells them to, and they think that's the best offer, not really realizing that there is much more opportunity with the right strategy in place that's really going to be custom designed to them. So first, in creating a strategy, it's super important to get clear on your specific outcome. And you really need to know what your outcome is before you start to apply, because the outcome that you want to create is going to determine the cards you want, and the cards you want is going to determine the banks that you want to develop a relationship with, and the banks that you want to develop a relationship with is going to determine how you start to go through this application process. So mistake number 3 is thinking that all cards are created equal, and nothing could be further from the truth. So let's say you're a business owner and you're spending around $5,000 a month on ads. Well, with the right card, that might be enough to get you round trip business class flights from the US to Europe without having to pay anything for it. We're talking, super luxury champagne, lounge before, lay flat seats, the amazing experience, all the meals, free bags, all those amenities. That could be worth $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 depending on the flight. Or if you use the wrong card, that might be enough to get you cash back, where you could buy a couple bags of Cheetos and pretty much call it a day. And if you know anything about Cheetos, that's not what you want to be doing. So that's why it's important to understand what cards have what benefits, how those correlate to your business and your personal life, and understanding the different types of points, rewards, cashback that exist out there, because they are certainly not all the same. For example, cashback cards, they have a fixed limit on how much you're going to get from every dollar you spend. However, if you get points, for example, and you can redeem those points for travel, and there's no real limit to how valuable you can make those points when you redeem them for travel, then technically the card that earns points is significantly more valuable than the card that just earns cash back. So there you have it, the top 3 mistakes that most entrepreneurs are making when it comes to winning at the credit game. So if you found this video valuable, then please subscribe to my channel and stay in tune for other videos that are going to be coming up. We're going to be diving more in depth into some of these topics, whether it's how to optimize your credit score, the difference between personal and business credit, how to get access to business credit, and how to travel the world for free while scaling your business. So with that, I'll see you in the next video.